Okay. Welcome to Anybody Who Ain't Anybody. And we're sitting here today with Sarah Ann.
Hello, how are you?
Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming out.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, too. You reminded me of where it was, which, of course, I didn't remember until you said it. And it was like, there you go. I know you. And I'm thinking, I wish, you know. And then you go, yeah, it was at Pesto. It was at a comedy club outside of Flint.
Yep.
And Grand Blanc, Michigan.
Yep, believe it or not, I was bringing you on stage.
That's what you were doing.
Yep.
And now that you mentioned it, it was like, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, and they're not around anymore.
No, they're not. Unfortunately, they closed. But they still have a little place open where I can get my dessert from, so that's good.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, the little restaurant, no comedy club.
Now, you've moved up.
Yes.
You've moved up.
I've moved out to New York. I did the big thing. I did some pageants here, got some stage experience, did big conventions in Michigan and Florida, and now I'm a full-time actor in the Screen Actors Guild out in New York.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes,
now,
I do a couple modeling jobs here and there, but for the most
so
part...
the pageants, the beauty pageants.
Mm-hmm.
Which beauty pageants?
I was third runner-up for Miss Teen Detroit.
Okay.
And I was overall Miss Photogenic. That was
Beautiful.
happening when you were at Pesto's.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, I went to be the one and only Miss Buick City Teen USA.
Oh, no, it's one of these.
Yeah, one of these. And second runner-up for Miss Michigan.
No way. That's excellent. Well,
That is I.
oh, good for you. That's excellent.
Thank you.
I've never been pretty, so I don't know how that works.
But I'm glad to see you're still in the industry. This is fantastic.
I've been in about 10 years now.
Yes.
And somebody offered me a show. And I thought, I'd like to interview people that most people haven't heard of. Now, Sopranos. You're on a Sopranos.
Yes, I was in the wedding scene. And unfortunately, it wasn't anything very big. I was still a non-union talent. Mm-hmm. But that's actually... Jared and Vinny were both on The Sopranos.
Right.
So it was sort of our little tie when we all met. We were like, wait, you were in that episode, and I was in that episode, and I never saw you. So it was really cool how it all sort of played out, that we worked on the same things, lived in the same neighborhoods, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Now, were you on one show, one episode? Is that how it works?
Yeah, it was the wedding episode. I was at the reception and everything.
I'm not sure which one that was, the wedding episode. Who got married?
I don't even watch the show. I'll be completely honest with you. I only watched that part of the show because it was Jared's scene.
Oh, okay.
But I know it was, I think, Gandolfini's daughter.
Oh, was it, one of the big mob guys got arrested? It was his daughter getting married, and he got arrested.
Yes,
they took him out.
that's
He had
what
to
it
go
was.
back to jail. He had to go back to jail.
Yes.
Oh, I remember
That's
that.
exactly what episode
I remember
it
you in
was.
that, sure. You were the prettiest one. Yeah.
Naturally.
Absolutely. So, and then Law and Order. I'm a big fan.
Law and Order, I actually do a lot of behind the scenes work on Law and Order as far as
For example?
photo doubling and the standing in. I work, if Law and Order wasn't in New York, I would be an unemployed actor.
Well, it's nice to be part of it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you got to get a start. It'd be nice to be a star right off the bat, but it doesn't really work that way. So, generally speaking.
And since you're always on camera, behind the camera doing something, you're always learning directors' names, their work, you're always learning something about it.
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting a paid internship, you're learning everything about the show business, and you're getting paid for it.
And especially if you have that attitude where learning is important.
Yeah.
And you'll stand back and you'll see the decisions that are made and, oh my God, I never would have thought of that.
Or other decisions, I'm thinking, I really want to say something, but I think I'm a little out of place to go over to the director and be like, oh, by the way, I think this would work a lot better. You kind of have to hold your breath.
Right. And there may be somebody that you can mention it to, but then, again, that's part of the learning thing.
Yes.
Knowing when to speak and when not to speak.
And eventually, you'll be there and you'll have your own shot to do that. So just keep all your memories, keep all your thoughts, and just say, okay, one day I'm going to do that in my show, and it's going to look awesome.
I've been doing stage plays.
Yeah.
And sometimes I will sit behind a director to get the view that the director gets.
Mm-hmm.
And I never see what the director sees.
Yeah.
And they end up being very well done. And I can't help but learn. I know that I have so much to learn. There's no way you could know this much, everything,
You're sitting there with your notebook taking notes. Okay, moving this upstage looks brilliant.
And they'll just say, I just finished a play where the woman that was my wife, had a funny little walk off the stage.
Yeah.
And I picked it up. So her and I were both, and she directed the next play that I was in. She brought me into the next play.
Oh, great.
And when I would see her do and say, well, why don't you try it like this? It never would have occurred to me. And I didn't want to do it any other way after that. It just, so.
Trial and error, but when you see that one, it's perfect. You just, okay, nothing else.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm going to stick to. It seems to work well
love
for
that.
me.
Now, do you have a favorite movie? There's something that you've seen that you just go, oh man, I wish I was in there.
In there, personally, it's Adam Sandler.
Yeah, you like Adam Sandler? Okay.
I love Adam Sandler. It's an understanding with all of my boyfriends, all of my boyfriends, that sounds horrible. Every relationship
all
I'm
47 of them right now.
They know Adam Sandler is my man. And they know if the opportunity comes, then nothing will happen anyway. I'll be like,
yeah.
Although I've met Adam Sandler, he's actually a really fantastic guy.
Okay.
And of course I was
yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah, he was great, but I managed to actually get out of conversation with him.
Yeah, I have a.
His movies are brilliant.
Oh,
I love them.
I didn't like him in Saturday Night Live. He was that guy. Like, why are you doing that? I don't get it.
I never watched him in Saturday Night Live, but when everybody knew I loved Adam Sandler, they got me the best of Adam Sandler SNL, and I just watched that the other day.
Yeah.
And the clips that they show are funny because it's just clips, it's not the whole thing. But all of his movies, I've watched him do stuff, and I'm like, he's absolutely brilliant when it comes to improv.
Right.
The decisions he makes, so I would have never thought of that.
It just flows out of him.
Yeah.
My Adam Sandler would be Renee Zellweger. For some reason, I would just love to just do this. Just sit down, shoot the breeze with her.
Yeah, she's so cute too.
I saw her on Inside the Actors Studio. And I watch it all the time because I learn so much,
Yeah, most definitely.
And one of the things is, she says most people go to Hollywood with the intention of becoming rich and famous. Go to Hollywood and try to find somebody that's already successful in the business and make them money. That's how you start making them money. They want you to continue to make them money.
Yes.
And they don't want you to stop making the money. So and I think, wow, that's pretty smart. I don't know what's going to happen with, it would be nice. What I want to do, send these things out to the Sundance Channel.
Yeah.
Right? Places that will go, well, that's an interesting idea. I never heard of either one of those people, and they're shooting a breeze and like they're friends and they don't even know each other, So I had with Vinny, I shot the breeze with Vinny for 29 minutes.
Yeah, I remember looking in here, is he done yet? Is Vinny still in there?
And he's just talking and I'm just talking.
You'll learn a lot from him. I tell you, I learned so much from him. We'll be talking, it's so-and-so, and this happens, and I'm like, really? I had no idea that. He's great.
But I tell you, it's my pleasure talking with you.
Hey, I'm so glad I ran into you again, except I'm freezing in here.
Well, why don't we, again, thank you very much, Sarah Ann.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Glad I ran into you.
Good luck in your future, and maybe with any luck, I'll see you on this film in the spring.
I will be here.
Okay.
Back in Michigan.
All right. Thank you very much we'll be right back.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Thank you.